What the? That's strange. Why does, it doesn't want me to, use the, horizontal mode? That's strange. Doesn't matter how I turn the camera, it always says it's not available. Yeah, hi, John Oddison. Can you do me a favor? Is this video now for you horizontal or vertically? Vertically, okay. And so it is still vertically, but the image is horizontally. Yes? So why doesn't YouTube want me to? That's so strange. Then I have to adjust my entire setup here. Wait a second. I'm holding here. 1 second. Okay. Now this. My holder is adjusted. Let's fix it in. Okay, sorry for the shakiness here right now. So, can you see now? And now I have my entire holder in the way. This is... I can't see anything. YouTube, please stop messing with me. Yeah, I guess that YouTube want me to stream because of the handhelds in this way. Okay. You can see the miniature clear, yes? Now, yes? And you can hear me also fine? Perfect. Okay. Sorry again for the shakiness at the beginning. This was not my intention. But that's when YouTube is changing stuff without telling me beforehand. Normally I was streaming horizontally. A bit more zoom. Well, more zoom. Is that okay? Is that close enough for you now? But then I can't move the miniature like this and it's out of the way. I know the priming looks horrible, but that will be fixed in post. Super zoom. Let's see if I can zoom even more. Yeah, okay. Is that now good enough? Can you see everything? This is how it looks with a Zenithal Prime when the black is still wet. Then the Zenithal will mix up into a gray primer. This is very interesting. Very interesting effect. But it's, for video purposes, not good zoom. I think that's okay. I like to watch you while I crochet my hats. Oh, interesting hobby. His mustache looks like mine. Yeah. Why am I streaming today? Well, this is on a personal request. I got requested to do a live stream, and well, here I am. Et voila, just like that. And we are painting today this lovely fella here from the Stormcast Eternals. And I will be also, like usual, answering questions from the chat if some arise here and there. Okay, let's first start with the base coat of this miniature. Let's grab a metal paint. The first paint coats are quite sloppy, so don't worry about that. I'm just slapping on some metal, then the base coat for the cloth, and after that a coat of wash. Will you ever go back to square bases, incoming old world, etc.? No, because I will not play Warhammer the Old World with making a special new army for it. I can just play it with my Vampire Counts army that I have already. And they have still all square bases, so there's no problem on that part. But I won't paint up an entire new Warhammer the Old World army for that purpose. I have way too many armies already, so I will not go into that game system as well. You know me, I have Stormcast Eternals 2 armies, then I have the Nighthaunts, then I have my crew boys, and that's all. Only the Age of Sigmar stuff. Then I have my Space Marines, then my Imperial Knights, obviously. You've seen that in the last videos. Then I have Necrons and Death Guard. So I'm pretty much packed on that regard. Sold all your ogres and breads? No, I still have my ogres, but they're just one unit, a character model, and a little bit extra, but nothing that you could call an army. And the breads, the Bretonnians I had way back in the day, they were converted to my Vampire Counts Black Knights long time ago. So the Bretonnians are no longer existing. I still have here and there a few miniatures lying around in my cabinet, but nothing fancy. Andrew Simmons, I've been working on repainting my Norse Blood Bowl team I bought in '97. Okay, cool. Finally getting some paint on. Memo Timpo, hi. I came to know you on YouTube with your chat with Terranscapes. Remember that? Greetings from Holland. Yeah, I remember that chat live stream I had with Terranscapes. It was a nice live stream back in the day. Unfortunately, Terranscapes does not do YouTube anymore, which is really a pity, because I really liked his videos. But well, most of the old guard is gone by now from the YouTube and got replaced by the newcomers, the upstart painters with all their fancy new tech and new cameras, and I'm too old school for that. I don't have the money for a better camera equipment, so I'm filming here with my cell phone. My old camcorder is, well, too old for proper YouTube videos nowadays. The video quality is way too lackluster. From Menno Timpo, yes, indeed, but you are great too. Thank you. I do my very best. So, let's see. Have I missed any metal parts? There's leg there from behind. Get in there. Yeah, that's what she said. Okay. That part is done. Oh, there we have the man of the hour, Ron Sorok, Ron S. Aurochs. I never know how to say your name. Can't beat the GP experience, cozy, casual, and creative. Thank you for the donation. And he's the one who wanted this live stream to happen. Welcome. And fun fact, did you know that he is the only person in the world who can believe it's not butter? True story. Oh, another thanks from Streifenaxt. Thanks for all your videos in the past, following you for 10 or more years, between inspiration and classic Maltisch Gebrabbel during your own painting sessions. Thank you very much. Thank you. And did you know that Streifenax is so strong? He bounced a bouncy ball once in his youth on the pavement, and it never came down. It is rumored that it is now sharing a geostationary orbit with the ISS. It's a true story. John Oddison, GP, I know you do some resin printing. Do you also use a curing machine? I'm looking at trying to get into it. Well, my curing machine, I can show you, actually. Let's see. Warning, shaky cam. So, my curing station is that thing there. It's from the nail salon. UV case where you normally harden your fingernails. This is my printer and my resin. Yeah. So no, I don't have one of those fancy curing stations with a spinning turntable in there and a rotary magnetic spinner for the washing station appliance and something like that. No. So oh, okay. So it can just me anything that emits UV. Awesome, good to know. Yeah, all you need is a UV light. Nothing more. You don't need a fancy $100 machine to do that. All you need is one UV light you can buy for $5 in a dollar store. So this UV box that I have there that cost me 10 euros. and it works just fine. All you need is a blast of a few seconds of UV light to finally cure your miniatures. Also, you don't need to cure your miniatures for 20 or 30 minutes or something like that. So for all of you that have just recently joined, I'm still just in the priming stage here. I'm sloppily applying some color here on the primed miniature. Let me zoom out a little bit more, so I'm not constantly painting outside of the camera. From John Johnson, Odinson, yeah, I think I can scrape together the printer, but a curing machine is a whole other expense. Yes, of course, it's these things are not cheap. From Streifenkarl, are you happy with the ongoing release madness from GW? It feels like there's a new Space Marine wave every full moon. No, I'm not really following the hype train on every single release they have going on. I've seen some of the new miniatures, but honestly, not interested. Not for the price point. I have my 3D printer, and that's all I need. I'm still painting here GW miniatures in plastic, but that's all my backlog that will last me for at least 10 years, but I will not buy any new miniatures from Games Workshop. So yeah, they have to up their game with new releases every week because otherwise they would go out of business. Because nowadays it is not enough to just make money. You just make your shareholders mad. No, you have to make profit, more profit, and more profit, more profit. That's baseline capitalism for you. If you don't make more profit each year and each year, then your shareholders will go mad and they will sell their shares and your stock goes down and then the company loses money. Yeah, that's how it goes. Let me just call you Ron, okay? Primaris Lieutenant 157, yeah. What was the meme? Start playing Space Marine Lieutenants? Starting box or Kill Team Space Marine Lieutenants? Menno Timpo, GW is just too expensive. Run, line, go up, yeah. Yeah, for me it was the threshold for Games Workshop being finally too expensive is when the simple infantry squad, like the Incursors or Inceptors or how they are called, whatever, is the same price as a Space Marine Land Raider was back in the day when I was still buying. So, for example, a Land Raider was 50 euros, and nowadays for 50 euros you get just a box with 10 miniatures, and that's insane for me. I'm not buying miniatures for that price anymore. For the last few years, I have been purchasing miniatures from the Hachette Parchworks magazines. You might have seen my backlog video, my pile of shame from my Necrons part of this collection. This is all from Hachette Parchworks. Ron Saur. Okay, like dinosaur, but Ron is fine. Okay, Ron. There was a long text from Streifenkarl. I can remember times in when everybody was super hyped for a new army book release in the 6th and 7th and 8th edition. Warhammer Fantasy felt much better for my understanding and was something very special. Yeah, um, back in the day when I was young, when I was around 12 years old, the whole thing started. You had an army book. For example, the Space Wolves got an army book, and it lasted you for years, several years before even the mention of the new codex came. And now, every 2 years, new codex. Space Marines, you get a codex every 4 months. And I think to myself, why? Why do I have to buy a 60 euro book every 3 months? This is insane. I can't afford that. No, stop it, please. On top of all the miniatures, also so expensive books. Nah. I'm missing chat here. I like Middle Earth and Lord of the Rings, but the single heroes are just too expensive from Memo Tempo. Yeah, that's always the same story. It's also for Warhammer Fantasy or 40k. It's always a character model like this here would be 35 euros, and for that same price, you get a box with 5 miniatures. Why? Why does it have to be so expensive? From Ron, I remember when it was £5 for 8 archers or 2 Plutonian knights. Yeah, street pizza. I was so jealous of your shame pile. Sorry, but the shame pile was expensive nonetheless. It took some months to accumulate, but I think you can get some of the magazines still on eBay if you want, or can even get an abonnement of Hachette Parch books still. From Ron, GW be like, oops, all Space Marines. Yeah, that was always their agenda. Every player needs a Space Marine. You need a Space Marine. You need a Space Marine. And also you need a Space Marine. Sorry for the shaky cam. Sometimes my back of the brush hits here my camera arm. Because of the strange way now I have to adjust my camera. But a good thing, I can constantly see the chat. That is a very much big upside for me. Normally I had to constantly trigger to reread the chat. So, back there, still a little bit unpainted cloak. Okay, I think I got it. And then the back side of this thing here. And the front side, obviously. So, Ron, you are the man of the hour, the one who wanted this live stream to happen. Now's your time to shine. Ask me anything. Ask me your questions. What do you want to know? Okay, Mino Timpo, right now painting along with you, an archer from Bretonia. Just lovely. Ah, nice. Really nice. Would love to see that in the end, how it turned out. Are you on my Discord? If so, please share a picture in the finished work section. So this part needs to be gold. Obviously, it's an iron halo. Also, if you're applying the paint like I am doing here, very deliberately, very sloppy, use an old brush. You see, I'm not using any fancy brushes here with a good tip. This is just plain and simple slapping on some paint. Don't ruin your brushes. So, Ron, when shading gold, I've seen some people use sepia or brown ink. Is this something you do? Yes, in fact, that's the main way how to shade um, gold. You apply the gold color, just like I am doing here right now. Then I'm applying a brown wash for the shadows. Then I will reapply some of the gold here for the higher parts. And then I will apply some 50-50 mix of gold and mithril silver for highlights. And then on the final edges, I will go with pure silver. Really, really bright silver. Here, let me show you. I'm using here from Scale 75, this one here, heavy metal. Uh, from Menotimpo, purple ink also gives gold a great effect. Yes, purple also works nice with gold, but I personally prefer brown. From Streifenkarl, back in the days, you mentioned that you had trouble with the German authorities because of your YouTube channel. Is that still an issue? No, it is not, because nowadays they have changed the way that I can get money when I'm here on, well, not Hartz IV anymore. It's now Bürgergeld, but the free money I can generate has risen a little bit, and also my YouTube earnings have dropped significantly. Where I made previously around 300 to 400 euros a month and could really afford this channel with new equipment, with new miniatures, and I'm nowadays making 40 euros a month. So, and the threshold for payment on YouTube is 70 euros for me. So, I get maybe 80 euros payment every 2 months. And so that is way below the threshold of my social social boundaries there. But back in the day, yeah, I had to stop monetizing my videos and making videos altogether for a short period of time because, well, all my YouTube earnings were cut, and the Arbeitsamt, the work, what is called in English? I don't know. Well, they we're just saying, yeah, your monthly income is 735 euros a month with all your stuff, with your payment for your rent and water and electricity and heat and food. And you're earning 400 euros, so we will cut that, and we will only pay you then 300 euro. Yeah, that was back in the day. But today it's okay. So if you want to listen to the music I'm hearing in the background, we are right now at Matteo Tura / Larsen. That's the video I'm listening to. I'm listening with headphones here, so it doesn't come up in the stream. I hope you can't hear it, because YouTube will then say, oh no, music in the background, claim that music, claim the video, no commercials allowed for you. From Ron, what's that Mr. Billionaire, you need a tax break? Oh, of course, we'll just squeeze the commoners, yeah. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. The little people are always the ones way at the bottom, and it is very, very easy to kick down. And to punch up, it's very hard for someone like me. But I come by. I can survive. I live my life, paint my miniatures, entertain some people on the internet. Sometimes I get a little tip here and there. And I'm happy that I can buy another pack of cigarettes, maybe. From Streifenkarl, when did you paint your first miniature, and what was it? Well, my very first miniature I ever painted was from the Warhammer 40k second edition starter box set, the one with the Blood Angels and the Orcs and the paper dreadnought, Orc dreadnought inside. I painted a Goth Orc from that, and I used the painting tutorial on one of the flyers from Games Workshop, the handouts. There was like a 4-picture tutorial on how to paint the orc, and also a 5-picture tutorial on how to paint the Blood Angels that are in this box. And that was my very first miniature I ever painted. From Ron, you're a fork heroine. Thank you. From Menotimpo, always nice to paint this late hours and paint, very relaxing. Yeah, personally I prefer painting night shift, so to speak. The lighting is obviously much better here with my lamp here directly above the desk. When it's daytime, I'm getting constantly bombarded with light from the window, and I can't see anything of the details I want to paint. So yeah, I prefer painting nighttime. What is your favorite Space Marine chapter? Well, that is obviously my own Space Marine chapter, my Crimson Vow. Okay, have I missed any other gold details? Well, on a close second Space Marine chapter in favorites are the Imperial Fists. Once upon a time I had an Imperial Fists army, but I don't anymore. I had to sell them. And it's very hard to paint yellow. And so I don't do that anymore. But from a flavor perspective, I like the Imperial Fists. They are basically Germans. Are you going to blend Shih Tzu this one? Yeah, obviously. I blend Shih Tzu everything. Especially my Stormcast Eternals. And especially this chapter I'm painting, this Storm Host. These are, by the way, the Disciples of the Storm. So, his Griffin are going to blend, yeah. This I have already seen, okay. And let's paint the rope here. So, I will soon give this miniature a big wash with a brown, and then we need to wait, and then I can address some questions Ron had previously asked me, and then I can detailed answer his questions. From Steifenkarl, do you like to work oil paints and to wipe it off with a mineral spirit and Q-tips? No, I don't like that. I don't like working with mineral spirits or turpentine. This is a very much big hazard. People are afraid of the fumes from a 3D printer and from the resin, but the fumes of mineral spirit and turpentine and stuff like that is way more hazardous than that little fumes of some resin. And I like my health, so I prefer not to work with that. Also, in my home lives a cat, and this cat sheds a lot of hairs, and the hairs are flying around this house very, very much, and therefore hairs tend to land on miniatures. You see me constantly when I show you miniatures from my shelves that they are covered in cat hair. Yeah, and that happens also when I paint with oils. Oils have a tendency to dry very, 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 very slowly, and therefore cat hairs have a tendency to get baked into the miniature while it is drying. So working with oils as a cat owner is an absolute no-go. Okay, there's a part I have missed with metal. From Ron, a big brain move. Put the paint in your eyes and see the colors instantly. Not an optician, not medical advice. From Streifenkarl, the process itself fucks me up. The results are sometimes quite nice. From Depper Fox, hi Alexandra, stopping in as I'm packing to travel. Cool to catch another stream. Yeah, thanks for you to stop by. We're just painting and chatting here a little bit. I wanted to paint silver. From Tyler, hey Alexandra, was listening while gaming, but I'm free now. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're fine too. Fantastic. Well enough. Thanksgiving in 2 days. Yeah, that's not a holiday we celebrate here in Germany. Well, we have the Erntedankfest. That is later in the year, but nope, Thanksgiving is not celebrated here. Not at all. But have fun with your Thanksgiving dinner and Thanksgiving uh, football or what have you. I bet it's lovely. From Streifencar, bye bye. I'll watch the rest tomorrow during painting. Yeah, have a nice evening. It's quite late here in Germany, so good paint, good night. Thanks for stopping by. From Tyler, I work in retail, so it's a thing for me. Yeah, I can bet. So then we need some skin-ish color. Where do we have those? They are hiding here. Let's get that one here. Bookmarks glow. Okay. A Black Friday PTSD for retail workers is real. It is, I am. I can see that. So yes, getting back there too. Okay, now I will hit him with a short burst of my hair dryer to seal up all the paint before I hit it with a wash. So be wary. Loud hair dryer in 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's over. Hope it wasn't too loud. So now let's go for this one here. The good old Agrax Earthshade. So always lean your wash pot against other pots so it doesn't fall over so easy. And now we cover the entire miniature in this stuff. See, Ron, how the gold now immediately looks? This is previously, this is after. See the difference? Washes aren't called liquid talent for nothing. Yeah, the new washes suck. I know. They are too weak. But you can put a spritz of a darker contrast paint into it to get it to its old glory. So for Nuln Oil, just have a little spritz of some Black Templar in it, and it works wonders again. Dapper Fox, I ended up skipping the wash on my Thousand Suns. I kind of like the gold being very bright rather than burnished looking. From Troll Painting Minis. Hello, Alexandra. What are you painting? You can see here I'm painting a Stormcast Eternal Leader. It's not the Lord Celestant, it's the Lord Castellan, I think it's called. From Minotimpo, I mixed them with GW Reichland Flash Shade Gloss and it works as well. Yeah. Always remember, you can mix your own paints. I do that all the time. See that gold here? This is a mixture out of 4 different golds. So this washing stage is basically the Blanchitsu way. dirty it up until it is covered. And from there we will fight ourselves back out of the mud. Troll Painting Mini is nice. I'm printing some Avatars of War skeletons. Avatars of War? Nice. They just released a new set of skeletons I've seen on my mini factory. Are you referring to those? Or an older set, the Beastman skeletons, for example? Which ones? The multi-part human skeletons they just sent. Yeah, those are awesome. If I had an... Well, I have an undead army, but if I wanted to paint another undead army, I would totally use those. They look awesome. Maybe I will print some for my hero quest. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, but that needs to wait because my next 3D printing project is... Well, guys from my Discord might know it already. I call it Project Pacific Rim. Or Project Tyrannid Kaijus. Or Project Tyrannites. I want to have at least one or multiple thereof of Tyrannids that are the size of an Imperial Knight. And then just play them with an Imperial Knight data sheet. And then have a proper kaiju battle. From Menotimpo, Alexandra, it is great to paint together like this. Macht richtig Spaß. From Troll Painting Minis, I'm doing a squad with just hoods and scythes, and then some paint old skeleton warriors. Yeah, the old skeleton warriors from Hero Quest with the scythes. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Oh, kick ass. Yeah. So, let me lay him down here so that the wash is on a horizontal level and doesn't run down the miniature. And I will now make a little cigarette break while I answer a question Ron had on my Discord. Well, Ron, you asked about color theory, correct? Well, let me tell you what color theory actually is in miniature painting. First of all, have you heard of the term contrast? Obviously you have, because it stands on the bottles. Contrast paints. But what does it mean? What is a contrast on a miniature? Well, there are several different kinds of contrasts. You see a contrast here, right here. You see, you have here the black from the paint handle, and here the pure white of the cloth, the kitchen towel. This is a contrast, a light and dark contrast. And then let's see if we find here some other contrasts on my paint rack, maybe. So, for example, you have another light-dark contrast here with a dark blue, and with here, you can't see that with a wash pot in the way. Here, this is a dark blue, and then you have here a light shade. This is a contrast between light and dark. Then you have color contrasts. Um, from Tyler, a good example of highlight on the paint holder handle too. Yeah, you see here the reflections of light. Here you see a dark tone, then here you see the highlights, and here a very dark tone, and here you see the contrast between them. This is actually a perfect example of non-metallic metal. Here you see a dark again, the contrast between the shades. And here you see a little bit of highlight. When we turn that a little bit, you see how the light is shifting. This is how non-metallic metal reflects on swords or something like that. Yeah, what else? Color contrast, worry. You know the primary colors that were previously established with blue, red, and yellow. The primary colors. Let's get them here quickly on the painting table. And there. So, zip. Those were the primary colors. And then you had the secondary colors, which were orange for red and yellow. Then we have purple. Well, you can't see that, but this is a purple, a very dark one. And then we have green. So those are the secondary colors. And then you have the tertiary colors, which are almost all brown tones. If you mix a purple and an orange together, you have here the colors in between. The darker orange, for example, comes here in. Then here a brighter orange. Let's take this here, for example. And so on. This is then a color wheel. And now comes the theory that opposing colors are a contrast to each other. So you have here in the middle those colors, and then the opposite side. You see here blue and orange. Those colors clash. That is what it means to be in a contrast. This is the color contrast. Always the opposite side. So yellow and purple are clashing. And so is red and green. You see the Christmas colors. This is because they are the Christmas colors, because they are clashing complementary color. Yeah, then you have the color itself contrast with the main three colors. They are contrasting to each other. This is the old color theory. The newer color theory has it a little bit different. It starts with magenta, cyan, and where do we have it? Here, yellow. Those are the primary colors, and they generate different colors. For example, yellow and magenta make red. But wait, isn't red a color you can't mix? But yes, here, if you mix magenta and yellow, you get red. And then if you mix cyan and yellow, you get teal. Are you following, Ron? Is that okay for you? Everybody else in class listening still? Any questions so far? Well, and then obviously you have red and yellow. They make orange, and then you have red and magenta. They make burgund. I am, thank you. Okay. So this is the new color theory, but it still works because here you have, for example, blue. Cyan is still a blue, and red. They are still clashing. It was correct in the previous color theory also. And here are still blue and orange opposite to each other, and they are still clashing. You see? This is how the color theory works. There are obviously the different shades that interact with each other. The simplest way for you to get a hold for that is to get yourself a color wheel. There you can see what colors are working with each other and what colors aren't. So this is the color portion. And now we come to the saturation part. From Tyler, I should get to bed, sadly. Have a good time painting, Alexandra. Sleep well when you get there. Yeah, thank you for stopping by and listening and chatting. Have a good night. From Troll Painting Minis, doesn't cyan also have a bit of green in it? No, cyan is actually, as far as I know, a pure pigment, the cyan pigment. So it is a very, very bright blue. I personally don't have a pure cyan, so this here is sky blue. This is not pure cyan. Let's see. Do I have one? No, this is still a teal color, but it gets closer. So cyan looks a little bit like that here. A little bit more bright. From Menu Tempo, great explanation, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing my best here with the limited stuff that I have. So we had now the contrast between bright and dark, and now the contrast between the colors. But there's also a saturation contrast. So when you have, for example, the same color on the miniature, in a monocolored miniature, for example, you can have the saturation level of the colors itself change. What do I mean by saturation? Yeah, just add the non-colors, black and white. Black and white are not colors. They are just the saturation level of a color. So if you add those, you lower the saturation and the brightness of the color. So if you have, for example, a very, very pale blue, this here is this color, but with a lower saturation. You see? And when you have now those colors next to each other, they are still the same tone, but they have a different saturation and therefore provide a contrast on the miniature. Same goes when you go deeper and darker. Here you have again another blue tone, and it clashes with each other. You have a saturation contrast, and you have a bright dark contrast. So, Scuffed Legit, can't believe it's been 14 years since your first video. I still remember your how to make miniature painting videos. Yeah, thank you for following me for over 14 years. Thank you. From Troll Painting Minutes, I mean the MCY color wheel. Van Dyke Brown is such a beautiful color. Idea for basing as well. For base coating, yeah. From Troll Painting, that's very interesting. I may try some schemes with MCY color wheel. Yeah, now I have my desk full of paints, but I hope I could get my point across with the color theory. I hope that helps, Ron. And ask me any questions now, if you have any. And I bet you don't. I would have questions after such a prolonged explanation. Let me sort them back into their house, to their positions on my paint rack, so I have a little bit more room to work here. Magenta goes there, that goes there, right up there. From Ron. When the scheme was washes out because the colors are all too similar, is there a way to keep the scheme without it washing out? Yeah, just add a contrast. So, what example do you have for? Are you painting a Space Marine chapter, for example, and you lack contrast in your miniature, or what is washing out? From Menotimpo, one more tip: the rule of cool. Just paint and mix everything you like, and you will develop your own style. That's not the rule of cool. The rule of cool is you can get away with it when it is cool. So it doesn't need to be 100% lore accurate. It doesn't need to adhere to any pre-existing physical rules. If it is cool, you can get away with it. That's the rule of cool. And how do you know you're talking to a German? Well, he's correcting you in your own language. Purple Tau. Okay. Have you posted a work in progress picture on the Discord, maybe? From James Skidmore. Hello, friend. Hello. Nice of you to drop by. We are painting this Stormcast Eternal here, this nice little fellow. He has recently received a heavy amount of brown pigment in a very liquid solution called a wash. Will do, send by. Okay, Ron, I will start my Discord on my PC so I can observe and still chat. Oh, by the way, Hail Hydrate, get something to drink. Always stay hydrated. Okay, while we wait on the miniatures on Discord, I will give this miniature a blast with my hairdryer. Warning, hairdryer sound loud. Warning in 3, 2, 1. See what I mean with the cat hairs everywhere? And the Dryomatic 3500 HD has struck again. There we have it. Okay. Open in browser. Go closer. Let's see. Yeah, we have a nice contrast here. Let's see if I can show you that. Okay. We have now a purple towel with some orange highlight in the middle. And what color do you plan on painting the rifle, Ron? So what I would do on this miniature is definitely give it some more highlights, especially on the upper parts. You can see that here, actually on the miniature itself, here on the photo. You see here the highlight points on the top of the miniature, and maybe here on the arm, and here the shoulders, and here on the side of the panels. Rifle is a toss between gray and orange. So we have learned that the complementary color for purple is not orange, but yellow. So I wouldn't go with a saturated bright yellow. I would go maybe with two contrasts in one. A color contrast with a yellow, but a saturation contrast in that the armor itself is deeply saturated purple, but we go with a desaturated yellow and with an ochre tone. How about that? That would give it a nice contrast. From Troll Painting Minutes, did you back any of the Ravage Star minis on GameFound? I pledged for a couple set of the Gorgog. I think magenta, cyan, and yellow could make for a great color scheme for those bugs. No, I have not pledged anything for the Ravage Star minis. Personally, I'm not a big fan of those minis. That's just a taste thing. They are not for my taste, but maybe for several other people. I don't like them that much. Okay, back to painting this fella here. Okay, so we have given him a nice wash. You see, we have some nice shadows here and there. The metal is now nicely shaded, and also the gold part, which is also metal, definitely. And now we will start to highlight him. Highlight. We'll give it a highlight. We will start with a rock hard flesh, what we had as the base coat, but we will darken it down a little bit with some brown. Not much, just a little bit. So, maybe a little bit of that brown, a little bit right oxide. Yeah, there we go. That's lovely. Yeah, that's lovely. Let's use that. And now I have switched to a proper brush. A proper posh brush. From Troll Painting Minis, I could understand that. I didn't like the Veil Touched or Amari, but I'm a sucker for space bugs. Yeah, if you like them, go for them. I will not stop you, or anybody else for that matter. I wish them good luck for their miniature range. The Miami Skyline Neon is a kick-ass bug scheme. Yeah, for space bugs, there are a lot of really neat color schemes that you could go for. I'm still debating with myself how I want to paint the Pacific Rim bug then. Green beige, maybe? That would be a nice contrast. Or in the gray teal scheme like in the Pacific Rim movie. I don't know yet. We will see. We will see. Green, orange, and beige. That's an interesting scheme. So I think this is the perfect time to mention the sponsor of this videos. We have two sponsors today. Those that sent in a super thanks. They remain nameless for now, but in time they will show themselves. No, it was Ron and what was the other? Streifenkarl, I think it was. Yeah, this stream and everything I do is sponsored by you guys with your support of my videos by watching my videos, hitting the like button, hitting subscribe, and giving me super thanks. If you so desire to give me some money. Thank you for your support, and let's get back to the video. And remember, life sucks, there's only war, and you will probably get an immaterial. Have fun. From Ron, Oktoberfest binge bile yellow, hangover green, and didn't make it to the toilet in time brown. From Menotimpo, I would like to thank my sponsor, my girlfriend, Manon, who buys me figures. So, you have a sugar mommy? Or sugar girlfriend in that case? Well, today Ron is my sugar daddy. I hear you, GP Kitty. Yeah, thanks again. Every bit helps. And I hope my breathing is not too close to the microphone. I can't help it, but my body needs air. So sometimes breathing is necessary. Sound is perfect. Okay, wonderful. People pay good money for heavy breathing. Yeah, that's probably right. So sorry, I have to clean my nose. Loud sound in 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that. But otherwise I would have sniffled you the whole time. And that's not very appealing, I think. So now give this color a little bit of water. Make it more runny. Snozzle trumpet, yeah. Ta-da. So what I'm basically doing here is simply layering the cloth a little bit up and highlight it. I prefer the hairdryer, okay. Hairdryer over heavy breathing. I could give you a 24-hour hairdryer only stream. Fun fact, this hairdryer is probably older than several of my viewers. This hairdryer was previously owned by my father, and he used it to kindle his barbecue grill back in the day of probably 1978 to 1995 until I grabbed it and used it for my purposes. Oh, Troll Painting Minis sponsored me. Here's to your channel. I've got to leave, but I'll catch the replay. I'd love to see a video of you painting those AOW skeletons on the Gamak alien swarms. Thank you very much, Troll Painting Minis, for this lovely donation. And did you guys know that Troll Painting Minis is solemnly responsible for the peace treaty between the Atlanteans and the Drylanders? Yeah. He kept the peace between those two nations. True story. Woot, make it rain. Yeah, thank you. So, now let's take pure Rykard flesh, or Rykard, or Rakarth, however you want to pronounce it. This is a pronunciation error. It is Rackert. No, Rakarth. No, Rackert. Call it whatever you want. It's a beige. No, don't call it beige. Yes, I do. I do call it beige. You have to keep telling me that I'm out of focus. Maybe if I can do this. Troll Penguin, yep, or me. Long live the fish head king. Bye bye now. Have a nice evening. Bye. So, if you don't want me to expose one of your deepest secrets, then please don't donate. Because one of my superpowers is if you donate to me, I know things about you. Some really, really deep and dark secrets. And I will expose them. I will do that. Ron, autofocus. My edibles kicked in. Or I forgot my glasses. Sorry. The autofocus is messing with me. So you see how I'm highlighting here? I'm doing this in some streaky, strokey kind of way to make it more, give it more liveliness, more texture. It's a rough highlight, but it gets the point across that this is a different texture than metal. From Getson Gomid or Gomit. Hi, how are you doing these days? Well, I'm doing fine. Everything is fine. It's fine. Thanks for asking. It's absolutely fine. How are you? Yeah, we're just painting a little bit here, Stormcast Eternal. Mixing in some white into the paint now. Answering some questions of the chat that they might have or might not have. Maybe answer my own questions. What is life? What is the meaning of life? Cheesecake. Yes, the meaning of life is cheesecake. And don't try to change my mind, because cheesecake is awesome. Cheesecake will never betray you. Cheesecake listens. Cheesecake will not promise you anything that it cannot provide. Cheesecake is your friend. All praise the cheesecake. What were we talking about? Menu Timpo, chocolate. Yeah, chocolate is also a very nice vegan option. If you want to praise something, then praise chocolate. It will when you step on the scale. No, no, it does not betray you. It tells you on the package the fat content and the sugar content. It doesn't lie about it. Chocolate is fat. And it will make you fat. And it doesn't hide the fact. It will not betray you. It says that on the package. If people tell you not to eat cheesecake, drop them. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Exactly. Absolutely exactly, Ron. You said it. Getson Gemeint, meaning of life is same as painting miniatures. One layer at a time. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes everything goes our way. Yeah. We don't make mistakes in painting. Bob Ross told us that. We only have happy accidents. So, now that we've come so far, now it is a time. Yeah, happy little tree. And now we paint the face. And for that, we will zoom in into the face. Hopefully. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Can you see? See his face? This is a face you don't want to betray. Okay, we will start with Bookman's Glow. It is hard to see between here my paint holder, not paint holder, my camera holder and the miniature. I'm quite far away. I hope I can do this properly and still stay in focus and show you what I'm doing. So I have painted now some of the Bookman's Glow, but left the shaded color behind. Now here the cheeky little cheek. From James, my son works at a cheesecake factory, and sometimes he brings his work home. Hallelujah. Wow. You are blessed, my friend. You are very, very much blessed. So now I'm mixing in some of the color I use for the ropes to highlight this. A little bit more here on the eyebrows, eyebrow portion, then the nose ridge. A little bit more here on the cheek. Very, very fine, very gentle. A little bit on the ear. So, now I use almost pure 50-50 mix rock art flesh and white on the tip of the nose, very tip there, and the tip there. So now do I ever lick my brush? Are you crazy? Of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to get a proper point on my brush. So now we have the eyes. Now for dots. So for example, right now I have, where's the camera? There. I flick the brush. And has a, don't hit the miniature when you try to show off the pointy bristles. Okay, now the black. Okay, have that on camera. Yeah. Boop. Dang it. Nope. Again. Okay. Let's try that again. On the camera. There we go. Okay, that looks terrible. But we can work with that. A little bit of that color. There. Fixed. Eyes are okay, do you think? So, let's zoom out a little. Okay. I think that looks okay, does it? Normally you don't zoom into your miniature 300%. Looking great. Okay, wonderful. I think I need a little cigarette break. If you have any questions, now is your time. Okay. And remember, smoking seriously harms you and others around you. Don't do that. I highly advise against it. So, Ron, I hope you have learned a little bit about painting faces now. I have just, like everything else, highlighted the color with some brighter color, and ta-da! Getson Gomit, thank you for stopping by and watching, and have a good night's sleep. So, there's not much left to finish on this miniature. We have to paint the armor. 035 in Dublin now. Oh, we have here 136 in Germany. Have a good night's sleep. So, we are painting the armor next. Then highlighting the gold. Then we are painting the feathers of the griffin cloak. And yeah, then I will make some final details. And then the miniature is done. Stormcasts are actually quite easy and fast to paint. Oh, and not to forget the hammer. Okay, while I'm on a smoke break, Ron, are you still there? Earth to Ron, please come by. Ah, wonderful, you're there. So, the next thing you asked is object source lighting, how this works. So, let's give you the theory about this. The theory of object source lighting is you have an object that is emitting light and it casts on the miniature. So, for example, let's say this piece here, this scepter of his, is emitting light. Then what you do is you trace straight lines from this object to the rest of the miniature and see where it would hit. So, for example, if this thing would emit light, it would hit the entire front of this side here. The arm would be faced, the hammer here, this knee pad here, and this whole side here. This would all be in light. But if we turn the miniature around, as soon as the scepter is not visible anymore, that means this edge right here, there would be the breaking point, and everything behind here would be dark. See? You would simulate that best with an airbrush. From this angle here, you spray from this angle and hit the miniature exactly at the cone where the light would hit the surface. From Menotimpo, painting one figure at the time is so much more joy than batch painting. Yeah, absolutely. I despise batch painting. From James, my daughter brought me a set of Artis Opus brushes, but I don't really feel I'm good enough to use them. Damn imposter syndrome. Don't be intimidated by the name of the brand. As long as you take good care of your brush, you can paint with them, and a good brush also elevates your ability to paint. So don't be afraid to use a good brush, but you should know when to use the good brush. For example, all the base coats I have done previously on this miniature, if you go back, I have done with this brush here. This is an old, battered, beaten brush. I didn't use this brush for detail work. For detail work, I'm using this brush here with a fancy, nice tip. So, in order to keep this brush fancy, all you do is you don't let paint seep into here the ferrule of the brush. You wash them always clean directly after painting with them. Then remove this little bulbous of paint here on the tip and keep it in a tipped position like this and let it dry. So that's why I lick the brush, for example. When I lick the brush, I can form a nice tip, and then my my spit will glue this hairs together. Meaning, after a short while, the brush will be hard, a little bit stiff. But you can remove that by just putting the brush into your paint water and shake it, and voila, your brush is perfectly normal again. But with your tip placement, the hairs will stay in this position. Yeah, cleaning your brushes with soap can keep them in a better position, but keep in mind, you should use a hair product, for example, like hair conditioner from time to time on real hair brushes. So this here, for example, this is a real hair brush with Kolinsky Sabre brushes, Sabre hairs. Same with this here. This is a Rotmarder Echt Kolinsky. Yes, this is a very, very old one. But you can see at the color, at the bristles here, this is Echt Rotmarder. Another thing to keep in mind, brushes lose their tip not by mishandling them the most of the time, but by sheer force. So the more you paint with them, the more the tip of the brush will slowly break, and then this tiny tip will slowly move backwards. For example, here we have the same brush, but this is an older variant, and it looks like this now. And if I try to make a point, you see that the pointing bristles are no longer existent. You see, they have broken off there. From Menotimpo, soap, Dapper Fox, B&J brush cleaner is what I use. Keep them clean and soft. Tip of you mix paints, as I use OPD brushes, then paint with a good brush. Yeah, also what I would suggest is that you use synthetic brushes for base coat application, and then for the real details you use a real hairbrush. Because synthetic brushes might have a nice tip in the very beginning, but they get a hook at the end after 2 or 3 cleaning processes, and then they are ruined. So back to the OSL explanation I was previously. Sorry about that, Ron. Like I said, the light traveling to the miniature affects then the portions of the miniature that the light would hit, and also the intensity of the light that is hit is determined by the distance from the light source. So, for example, if the hammer here would be glowing, then this part here, right next to the hammer, would be the brightest part from the OSL. And then here, maybe, let's stop the music right now, it's distracting. So, and then here you would be the next brightest spot on the miniature, and it would fade down here. So, for example, if this would be a glowing orange or maybe a yellow bright object, then you would have here a bright orange or yellow here and here, and you would only have traces of this light bleeding on these parts here that are not directly hit. So, from Ron, any use for paint pens or micro markers? Yes, sometimes on really big miniatures like tanks or Titan or an Imperial Knight, when you have scrolls and banner work that is really big, you can totally use a pen for that. To write stuff down. It's much easier than using a pen, using a brush for that. Other than that, on normal miniatures, I wouldn't use pens. They are too big for the purpose. It's like, trying to write things with a broken brush like this. This is how it would feel using a pen. So, now let's go back to painting. Some dark metal. Some water. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Doop-de-doop-de-doo-doo. Doop-de-doop-de-doo-doo. So, now I'm going over here with a watered down dark metal, and I'm keeping the brownish metal in the recesses, because in the end I want to have the look of tarnished metal that is somewhat dirty. By the way, thank you guys for chatting with me all this time. Oh, did I lose connection? Let me check my battery settings. Oh no, my battery is almost empty. Hello, Captain Bogroll. Thank you for stopping by. So I think my battery life here for this live stream will shortly come to an end. So if you have any final questions, then please go ahead and ask them while I still have battery life. It could be any moment that the stream suddenly stops. Oh. But we don't want to lose our focus. We are still painting here, and while we have some juice left, we will keep painting. Cheesecake listens, thank you for that live lesson. Captain Bogroll, what's your favorite Tyranid color scheme? Crab, original, something else? Personally, I don't have a favorite color scheme yet. I like the green and beige one, but to be honest, none of the normal GW styles speak with me. So the Kraken, Behemoth, or Leviathan, nah, that doesn't tickle my fancy, if you know what I mean. I haven't found the perfect color scheme for /my Tyranids yet. So, Ron, Wüsthof or Henke? Wüsthof or Henke? Good question. Wüsthof makes really, really nice knives. Fun fact, my kitchen knives are from Wüsthof, while Henke makes really nice kitchen appliances. And they make Zwilling. Zwilling and Henkel are one company, and they make also really, really nice kitchen knives. Oh, dang. Something fell off my table. No. So honestly, I can't say what's better, Wüsthof or Henke. They are both good companies. They are both Solinger steel manufacturer, and especially knife manufacturers. So let's get the bright silver out. Now let's highlight that lower part here. I hope you can see that on camera. With silver, it's always a little bit tricky to see on camera with the reflection of the light. Captain Bogrol, how are your knights going? Your castigator looked great. Well, I haven't painted any knights recently after the castigator, so they are still the same. Well, thanks for asking. My next plan is to paint actually a Tyra knight. But for that I need to print it first. And what do I mean with Tyra knight? Well, imagine a Tyranid, but actually the size of an Imperial Knight. And then you use simply a datasheet of an Imperial Knight, and then you can have a Pacific Rim style battle. Holy cow. Yeah, the cow is pretty holy in that regard. So, Ron, you asked me about gold. Now is the time where we highlight the gold. So, have a good look. Clutch 299. Looking good. Thank you. So, you see, we have painted the gold, then we have given it a wash, and now it's really dark. And we're now highlighting it with the original gold tone, like that. And I leave the lower part in the darker gold tone. Here also a little bit in the middle. So we have here dark, mid-tone, and then comes the highlight. And for the highlight, dang, focus please. There we go. And then for the highlight, I use some of the bright silver, mix in some of the gold, so we get a platinum color. And then I highlight the upper portion of the gold, just like that. See? The Evola, we get a nice contrast already. See that? And then I use pure silver on the very, very tip here. There, there. And then here, a little bit. See, in Evola, we have a nice highlighted golden halo. It has a nice, rich gold color. From Clutch 299, how much time total do you think you have put into this model? Well, the total time is 2 hours, 1 minute and 46 seconds. That's how long I'm painting on this right now. I'm painting on this the entire stream. So again, here the mid-tone gold. There and there. So we do this again on this side here. Mid-tone gold. And the 50-50 gold. A little bit more. Yeah, there we go. And then pure silver. Sorry for the focus. It always gets out of focus here. Dang it. But I hope you get the point on how to highlight gold now. Let's check the battery. Oh, 3%. Captain Bogrol, when I first got into GW, my first army was Lord of the Rings dwarves. Used a lot of gold there. Paints weren't as good back then, though. And neither was I. Yeah. Every one of us starts at a very, very low point, but we can learn. We can observe other painters and we get better. With every miniature that we paint, we get better. And don't compare yourself to other painters. Compare yourself to your past work. And then you get better. Yeah, sorry that I can't finish this miniature on stream. My battery says no. So, thank you everybody for stepping by and watching my stream. If you have any final questions for me I can answer while I still have battery power, then please do so. Thank you for everybody who put a super thanks in here to support my channel. and support my endeavors here on YouTube. And well, if you just entered the chat, I'm sorry to inform you that this stream is going to end soon because the battery on my phone is running out. Robin Bed, good night. Ron, thank you so much. Alexandra, yeah, thank you for providing me with super thanks and bringing me to this live stream. Menno Tempo, thank you, Alexandra. Cheers from Holland. Yeah, greetings from Germany back. So let's give it a nice spin here again with the gold. Then the highlights on the cloak to give it a more textile texture with the streaking highlights here. I know this miniature will look quite monochromatic, but that's basically the paint scheme for my army. You know them, my Disciples of the Storm. So if you want to see the finished version of this miniature, then go check out my Instagram page. It's YT_girlpainting. There you can find all my latest painting endeavors. Yeah, thank you for everybody who stopped by, and well, I'll be stopping the stream now, and we see us in the next video. Bye!